You stand at the edge of your own greatness, a precipice where dreams meet reality, where the fire of your soul either blazes or flickers into ash. The world is not holding you back. Circumstances are not your chains. The only barrier between you and the life you were born to live is a single, unshakable decision. Do you deserve to be great? Not hope, not wish, not wonder, but decide. Until you claim that truth with the ferocity of a warrior, you will wander in the shadows of your potential, a king or queen dethroned by doubt. Greatness is not a gift handed to the fortunate. It is a throne you must seize, a crown you must forge, a destiny you must demand. Napoleon Hill, that relentless architect of human triumph, spent his life decoding the minds of legends: Edison, Carnegie, Ford, Lincoln, men who did not wait for permission to reshape the world. Their secret was not genius or luck. It was a decision, a burning conviction that they deserved to stand among the stars. You are no different. Your mind, your will, your soul, they are the raw materials of empires. But you must choose to wield them. The mind is a forge, a molten crucible where thoughts are shaped into weapons or waste. Every day, you stand before it, hammer in hand. What do you create? Do you craft visions of victory, or do you let fear and hesitation pour molten doubt into the mold? Hill taught that the mind is the starting point of all achievement, but it is also the breeding ground of all defeat. Your thoughts are not neutral. They are seeds, and the harvest they yield depends on what you plant. Consider the oak, towering and unyielding. It began as a single acorn, buried in darkness, yet it chose to reach for the sun. Your mind is that acorn. Plant it with belief, water it with purpose, and it will grow into something unstoppable. But neglect it, let it be choked by weeds of negativity, and it will wither into regret. Belief is the spark that ignites the forge. It is not a passive hope, not a fleeting wish cast into the wind. It is a fire, a defiant roar that drowns out the voices of doubt. Hill called it faith, not in some distant force, but in yourself, in the infinite potential that pulses through your veins. Doubt is a thief, subtle and cunning. It does not announce itself, it whispers, planting seeds of hesitation that grow into shackles. You're not ready, it murmurs. You're not enough. But look at the giants of history. Abraham Lincoln, a lanky lawyer from the backwoods, believed he could lead a nation through its darkest hour. Walt Disney, bankrupt and broken, believed in a mouse that would charm the world. They were not born with silver spoons or flawless plans. They were born with a decision that they deserved to be great. Belief is not about ignoring reality, it is about seeing a reality others cannot. It is about staring at a blank canvas and seeing a masterpiece, standing in a desert and envisioning an oasis. Clarity is the lens that sharpens belief into vision. Without it, you are a ship adrift, tossed by the waves of distraction and indecision. Clarity is not a gift, it is a conquest. It demands that you sit with yourself, that you interrogate your soul. What do you want? Not what your parents wanted, not what society demands, but what sets your heart ablaze. Hill taught that desire is the spark of all achievement, but desire without direction is a wildfire, beautiful, but destructive. Picture your life as a vast, uncharted map. Where are you going? Not where the world expects you to go, but where your soul demands. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Let the answers carve a path through the fog. Clarity is not found in a single moment of revelation. It is built, question by question, choice by choice, until the path before you is as clear as a sunrise. Vision is clarity's child, the blueprint of your destiny. It is not enough to know what you want, you must see it, feel it, taste it. Vision is the architect's plan, the sculptor's sketch, the composer's melody before the first note is played. Andrew Carnegie did not just want wealth, he saw steel bridges spanning rivers, factories humming with life, a nation transformed by industry. His vision was so vivid it pulled him forward, through betrayal, through hardship, through the skepticism of lesser minds. Your vision must be just as real. Close your eyes. See the life you deserve, not the life you've settled for, but the one that makes your pulse race. See the details, the colors of your triumph, the sounds of your success, the weight of your dreams in your hands. Write it down. Speak it into existence. Let it live in your bones. The mind cannot resist what it sees clearly. It will bend reality to match the image you hold. Purpose is the fire that fuels vision. It is the why that makes the how possible. Purpose is not a lofty ideal reserved for saints or sages. It is a force, a reason to rise when the world feels heavy. Viktor Frankl, who endured the horrors of Auschwitz, said that those who found meaning could survive anything. Your purpose need not be grand, it need only be yours. It might be to create art that moves hearts, to build a business that lifts others, to be the parent your children lean on. Whatever it is, let it be a North Star, guiding you through the storms of doubt and distraction. Hill studied men like Henry Ford, who did not just build cars, he built a legacy of innovation that changed the world. Ford's purpose was not money, it was movement, progress, the democratization of possibility. Find your why, and it will carry you further than talent or luck ever could. Discipline is the steel that holds purpose in place. It is not glamorous, not celebrated in headlines, but it is the difference between those who dream and those who do. Discipline is saying no to the easy path, to the voice that says, tomorrow will do. It is showing up when you are tired, when you are afraid, when the world offers every excuse to quit. Hill marveled at Thomas Edison, who did not wait for inspiration to invent the light bulb. Edison worked, day after day, through 10,000 failures, because discipline was his compass. You are not your feelings. You are not your fatigue. You are your choices. Discipline is choosing to act when every fiber of your being screams for comfort. It is the daily deposit in the bank of your future self, the quiet promise that you deserve greatness. Action is discipline's air, the tangible proof of your decision. Action is not perfection, it is motion. The world does not reward the flawless, it rewards the bold. Hill's philosophy was not about waiting for the perfect moment, it was about creating it. Edison did not wait for the light bulb to invent itself. He tried, failed, adjusted, tried again. Each failure was a step, each step a victory. What is your next step? Not the grand leap, not the final triumph, but the one action you can take today. Take it. Then take another. Momentum is a force of nature, and it begins with a single push. Action is the bridge between the mind and the world, the moment where dreams become real. Do not wait for courage, act, and courage will follow. Gratitude is the quiet power that fuels endurance. It is not a platitude, not a forced smile in the face of pain. It is a lens, a way of seeing that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. Hill believed that gratitude aligned the mind with abundance, tuning it to opportunity rather than lack. Look around you. The air in your lungs, the chance to try again, the lessons carved into your failures, they are gifts. Carnegie, at the height of his wealth, said his greatest treasure was the ability to appreciate what he had. Gratitude does not erase struggle, it gives you the strength to face it. It reminds you that you are not a victim of life, you are its architect. In the moments when the path feels steep, pause. Breathe. Find one thing, no matter how small, that anchors you to hope. Let it ground you, and then keep moving. Adaptability is the art of dancing with change. The world is not a static stage, it is a river ever shifting, sometimes calm, sometimes raging. Those who decide they deserve greatness do not resist the current, they learn to navigate it. Darwin did not say the strongest survive, he said the most adaptable do. Hill's contemporaries, like Rockefeller, thrived not because they avoided change but because they embraced it. When markets shifted, when competitors rose, they pivoted, innovated, endured. Your plans will fail. Your expectations will shatter. That is not defeat, it is data. Learn from it. Adjust. Keep moving. The mind that claims its greatness is not rigid, it is fluid, like water finding its way through stone. Adaptability is not surrender, it is strategy, the refusal to be broken by a world that never stands still. Resilience is adaptability's twin, the refusal to stay broken. Life will test you. It will knock you down, not once but many times. Lincoln lost elections, buried children, faced a nation tearing itself apart, yet he rose, again and again, because he decided he deserved to stand tall. Resilience is not the absence of pain, it is the choice to keep going despite it. Hill taught that every adversity carries the seed of an equivalent benefit. Look for it. In your darkest moments, there is a lesson, a strength, a spark. Find it. Nurture it. Let it fuel you. The world respects those who rise, not those who never fall. Resilience is the courage to look at your scars and see not wounds, but badges of a life fiercely lived. Learning is the lifeblood of greatness. The mind that stops growing dies. Hill spent decades studying the successful, not to bask in their glory but to dissect their methods. He was a student until the end. So must you be. Read. Listen. Question. Seek mentors, not to follow blindly but to stand on their shoulders. Edison's genius was not inborn, it was built, experiment by experiment, book by book. The world is a classroom, and every experience is a lesson. Failures teach more than successes. Critics sharpen more than compliments. Embrace them. Let them refine you. The mind that learns is a mind that evolves, and evolution is the path to greatness. Decide that you deserve to grow, and the universe will open its secrets to you. Courage is the heartbeat of this journey. It is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act in spite of it. Hill studied men like Ford, who faced ridicule for his horseless carriage, yet drove forward, undeterred. Courage is not a feeling, it is a choice. It is the moment you step into the arena, knowing you may fall, but deciding you deserve to fight. The world will not cheer you in the beginning. It will doubt you, mock you, test you. But courage is the fire that burns through the noise. It is the voice that says, I am enough. It is the decision to keep going when the path is dark, when the odds are stacked against you, when the world says you should quit. Courage is the spark that turns a decision into destiny. Now, pause. Look at the life you've lived, the battles you've fought, the dreams you've carried. They are not accidents. They are the raw materials of your greatness. You are not here to drift, to settle, to fade. You are here to rise, to create, to become. But none of it will happen until you decide you deserve it. Not tomorrow, not when you're ready, but now. The world is not waiting for you to feel worthy, it is waiting for you to claim your worth. Hill's truth, distilled through the lives of giants, is yours to wield. You are the architect of your fate. Your mind is the forge, your belief the fire, your actions the hammer. What will you build? Stand tall. See the life you deserve, not the one you've been handed, but the one you were born to live. Let it burn in your chest. Let it guide your steps. The path will not be easy. It will demand everything, your focus, your discipline, your courage. But it will give you something greater, a life that is yours, a legacy that echoes beyond your days. You will never be great until you decide you deserve it. So decide. Claim it. Build it. The universe is watching, not to judge, but to bow to the one who dares to rise. Go now. The throne of your greatness awaits. The throne of your greatness awaits, but it is not a gift, it is a conquest. You have decided you deserve it, and that decision is the spark that lights the fuse. Now, you must fan it into a flame that burns through every obstacle, every doubt, every whisper of surrender. Napoleon Hill, the sage who mapped the minds of titans, knew that greatness is not a single act but a symphony of choices, played note by note, day by day. The world is not a gentle teacher, it is a forge, and you are the steel. Will you bend, or will you emerge sharper, stronger, unbreakable? The answer lies not in your circumstances, but in the fire you choose to kindle within. Focus is the lens that turns your decision into destiny. The world is a cacophony of distractions, a relentless tide pulling you from your path. Social media, the clamor of comparison, the endless scroll of other people's lives, they are thieves, stealing your attention, your energy, your time. Hill called it definiteness of purpose, the unwavering commitment to a single aim. Without it, you are a ship without a rudder, drifting in circles while the horizon fades. Consider J.K. Rowling, a woman the world overlooked, scraping by in a cold Edinburgh flat. She had every reason to give up: poverty, rejection, the weight of raising a child alone. But she focused. She poured her soul into a story about a boy with a lightning scar, writing in cafes while her daughter slept. That focus turned a dream into Harry Potter, a legacy that enchanted the world. Your focus is your superpower. It is the choice to guard your mind like a fortress, to say no to the noise, to keep your eyes locked on the star that guides you. Persistence is focus's faithful companion, the unrelenting force that turns vision into reality. Hill taught that persistence is the sustained effort that builds faith, the refusal to let setbacks write your story. It is not glamorous, it is the sweat, the grind, the long nights when the world is asleep and you are still fighting. Look at Elon Musk, a man who bet everything on dreams the world called impossible. When his first rockets exploded, when his companies teetered on the edge of collapse, he did not retreat. He pushed forward, through ridicule, through failure, through the crushing weight of doubt. Persistence is not about never falling, it is about rising every time you do. The world will test you. It will slam doors in your face, laugh at your audacity, tempt you to quit. But persistence is the voice that says, "Not today." It is the courage to take one more step, to knock on one more door, to believe that the next attempt might be the one that changes everything. Auto-suggestion is the secret weapon of the persistent. Hill believed that the subconscious mind is a garden, and every thought you plant takes root. You are the gardener of your soul. What seeds do you sow? Do you whisper words of doubt, or do you speak truths of triumph? Auto-suggestion is not wishful thinking, it is programming your mind with the reality you choose. Oprah Winfrey, born into a world that told her she was nothing, could have believed the lies. Poverty, abuse, discrimination, they were heavy chains. But she spoke a different truth to her soul. She told herself she deserved a voice, a stage, a legacy. She stood before mirrors, before empty rooms, and declared her worth. That declaration carried her from a small-town newsroom to a global empire of influence. Your words are your power. Speak to yourself with conviction. Stand tall. Look into your own eyes. Say, "I am capable. I am worthy. I am unstoppable." Let those words sink into your core. They are not empty, they are the blueprint of your future. Imagination is the canvas where your greatness is born. Hill taught that the imagination is the workshop of the mind, where dreams take shape before they touch the world. There are two kinds: synthetic imagination, which reshapes existing ideas, and creative imagination, which taps into the infinite intelligence of the universe. Walt Disney was a master of both. Bankrupt, mocked, told his dreams were childish, he imagined a world where joy came to life. He saw castles, characters, entire kingdoms before a single brick was laid. Disneyland was not built with money, it was built with imagination. Your mind is the same canvas. Close your eyes. See the life you deserve, not the one you've settled for, but the one that sets your soul ablaze. See the colors of your triumph, hear the sounds of your success, feel the weight of your dreams in your hands. Let that image pull you forward. The world cannot resist a mind that dares to dream without limits. Faith is the bridge that carries imagination to reality. Not blind faith, but the kind Hill described, a burning belief that your vision is not just possible, but inevitable. Faith is what sustained Nelson Mandela through 27 years of imprisonment. Locked in a cell, stripped of freedom, he did not just hope for a free South Africa, he believed it was his destiny to build it. That belief carried him through darkness, through isolation, through moments when hope seemed a cruel joke. Your faith must be just as fierce. It is not about ignoring the obstacles in your path, it is about knowing that you are bigger than they are. Faith is the voice that whispers, "This is not the end." It is the courage to bet on yourself when the world bets against you. Write your vision on your heart. Carry it like a torch. Let it light your way through the storms. Mastermind alliances are the scaffolding of greatness. Hill taught that no one achieves greatness alone. You need a circle of minds that challenge you, inspire you, push you to rise. Andrew Carnegie, the steel titan, surrounded himself with advisors who were smarter than he was. He did not fear their brilliance, he harnessed it. Look at your circle. Are they dreamers or doubters? Do they lift you up or hold you back? Seek those who see your potential, who hold you accountable, who refuse to let you shrink. Your mastermind might be mentors, peers, even the wisdom of books or the stories of those who came before. Steve Jobs did not build Apple alone. He had Wozniak, designers, dreamers who shared his vision. You are not an island. You are a force amplified by the company you keep. Build your alliance and let it be the wind beneath your wings. Sacrifice is the currency of greatness. Nothing worth having comes free. Hill studied men like Henry Ford, who gave up comfort, security, the approval of others to chase his vision. Sacrifice is not loss, it is investment. It is saying no to the temporary pleasures that keep you small. It is trading short-term ease for long-term triumph. Serena Williams, one of the greatest athletes of all time, sacrificed parties, sleep, the carefree life of youth to train, to compete, to win. She chose the court over comfort, and it made her a legend. What are you willing to give up? The late-night scrolling? The toxic relationships? The fear of being seen? Sacrifice is not punishment, it is power. It is the moment you decide that your dreams are worth more than your distractions. Time is your most precious resource. Hill warned that drifting, living without purpose, is the greatest tragedy of all. Every second you spend on fear, on procrastination, on pleasing others, is a second stolen from your greatness. The clock is ticking, not to scare you, but to awaken you. Marie Curie, working in a freezing shed, discovered radium because she treated time like gold. She did not waste it on doubt or distraction. Audit your days. Where does your time go? Cut what does not serve your vision. Protect your hours like a fortress. Time is not your enemy, it is your canvas. Paint it with purpose. Fear is the final gatekeeper of your greatness. Hill believed that fear is a state of mind, nothing more. It is a shadow, cast by the light of your potential. Franklin Roosevelt, leading a nation through crisis, said, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself." Fear will tell you to stay small, to play safe, to wait. But you were not born to wait. You were born to act, to create, to become. Face your fear. Name it. Stare it down. It is not your master, you are. Every time you act despite fear, you weaken its grip. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to move through it. Step into the arena. The world is watching, not to judge, but to witness. The world is watching, not to judge, but to witness. You stand in the arena of your life, the echoes of your decision reverberating through the universe. You have chosen to deserve greatness, and that choice has set you on a path few dare to tread. But greatness is not a destination, it is a journey, a relentless pursuit that demands every ounce of your soul. Napoleon Hill, the alchemist of human potential, taught that true success is not measured by what you gain, but by what you become. You are not here to merely exist, to collect trophies or fleeting applause. You are here to forge a legacy, to light a fire that burns beyond your days, to become a force that reshapes the world. The throne of your greatness is yours to claim, but it is not enough to sit upon it. You must build it, defend it, and pass its flame to others. Legacy is the shadow you cast across time. It is not about wealth or fame, but about impact, about the lives you touch, the hearts you awaken, the paths you illuminate. Hill believed that greatness is achieved not in isolation, but in service to something larger than yourself. Consider Maya Angelou, a woman who rose from trauma and silence to become a voice for millions. Her words, her courage, her refusal to be defined by pain did not just lift her, they lifted generations. She wrote, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Your legacy is the feeling you leave behind. It is the student who rises because you believed in them, the community that thrives because you built it, the dream that lives because you dared to chase it. Ask yourself, what mark will you leave? Not for your ego, but for the world. Your greatness is not complete until it inspires others to claim their own. Infinite intelligence is the unseen force that fuels your legacy. Hill taught that the mind is a receiver, capable of tapping into a universal reservoir of wisdom, ideas, and inspiration. This is not mysticism, it is the spark of creation that flows through every inventor, every artist, every soul brave enough to listen. Thomas Edison did not just invent the light bulb, he tuned his mind to the frequency of possibility, pulling ideas from the ether through relentless experimentation. You have the same access. In the quiet moments, when you silence the noise of the world, you can hear it, a whisper, a nudge, a vision that feels bigger than you. Trust it. Nurture it. Let it guide you. Infinite intelligence is the wind at your back, the current beneath your wings. It is the universe conspiring to help you become what you were born to be. But you must decide you deserve to receive it. Open your mind. Listen. Act. The answers are waiting. Influence is the ripple of your greatness. You are not a solitary flame, you are a torch, capable of igniting others. Hill's mastermind principle was not just about receiving support, but about giving it, about creating a cycle of growth that multiplies. Look at Malala Yousafzai, a girl shot for daring to learn, who turned her pain into a global movement for education. She did not stop at surviving, she chose to influence, to speak, to inspire. Her voice became a beacon, not because she sought fame, but because she sought change. Your influence is your power to shift the world. It is the kind word that saves a stranger, the idea that sparks a revolution, the example that shows others they too can rise. You are not here to hoard your greatness, you are here to share it. Who will you lift? What will you start? The world is not changed by those who wait, it is changed by those who act, who inspire, who decide their influence matters. Commitment is the bedrock of influence. It is the unwavering resolve to stay true to your vision, no matter the cost. Hill studied men like John D. Rockefeller, who faced vilification, betrayal, and chaos, yet remained committed to his empire and his philanthropy. Commitment is not a feeling, it is a vow. It is the promise you make to yourself when the path grows dark, when the world turns cold, when doubt creeps in. It is the choice to keep going when every fiber of your being begs for rest. Consider Serena Williams, who did not just play tennis, she redefined it. Through injury, through motherhood, through the weight of a world watching, she remained committed. She trained when no one saw, fought when no one cheered, believed when no one believed. Your commitment is your anchor. It is the voice that says, I will not quit. It is the fire that burns when all else fades. Make your vow. Write it in stone. Let it guide you. Joy is the unexpected gift of commitment. Greatness is not a grim march, it is a dance, a celebration of the life you are building. Hill believed that a positive mental attitude was the key to unlocking opportunity. Joy is not the absence of struggle, it is the choice to find meaning in it. Look at Walt Disney, who faced bankruptcy, betrayal, and ridicule, yet never lost his childlike wonder. He built an empire of joy, not because life was easy, but because he chose to see the magic in it. Your journey will be hard. There will be tears, setbacks, nights when you question everything. But in those moments, seek joy. Find it in the small victories, the page you wrote, the step you took, the person you helped. Joy is the fuel that keeps your fire burning. It is the reminder that you are not just surviving, you are thriving. Connection is the heartbeat of joy. You are not alone on this path. Hill's philosophy was rooted in the power of human connection, the idea that we rise together or fall apart. Your greatness is not a solitary peak, it is a mountain range, built with others who share your vision. Think of Martin Luther King Jr., whose dream was not his alone. He stood with thousands, marched with millions, spoke for those who had no voice. His greatness was amplified by connection, by the hands he held, the hearts he moved. Seek your tribe. Find those who see your fire and fan it, who challenge you to climb higher, who remind you of your worth when you forget. Connection is not weakness, it is strength. It is the courage to be vulnerable, to share your dreams, to ask for help. You are not diminished by others, you are magnified. Humility is the quiet guardian of connection. It is not self-doubt, but the recognition that your greatness is part of a larger tapestry. Hill taught that the most successful were those who learned from everyone, mentors, critics, even enemies. Humility kept Carnegie grounded as he built his empire, kept Edison curious as he chased the impossible. It is the willingness to say, I don't know, but I will learn. It is the strength to listen, to grow, to evolve. The world is full of voices, some will cheer, some will condemn. Humility lets you hear them all without losing your way. It reminds you that your throne is not above others, but beside them. Stay humble, not to shrink, but to expand. The greatest leaders are those who serve. Purpose Revisited is the compass that ties it all together. You begin this journey with a why, a fire in your soul that set you in motion. Now, as you stand taller, stronger, wiser, revisit it. Has it grown? Has it deepened? Your purpose is not static, it evolves as you do. Hill believed that purpose was the North Star of achievement, but even stars shift with time. Oprah Winfrey began with a desire to be seen, but her purpose grew into a mission to empower others. Your purpose might start as a spark, to create, to build, to heal, but it can become a blaze that lights the world. Sit with it. Ask again, why am I here? Let the answer guide you, not just to your greatness, but to the greatness you inspire in others. Now, stand at the summit of your journey. Look back at the path, the doubts you conquered, the fears you faced, the dreams you dared to chase. They are not accidents. They are the forge that shaped you. You are not the person who began this path. You are a force, a creator, a beacon. The world is not the same because you decided you deserved greatness. But this is not the end, it is the beginning. Your greatness is not a trophy to display, but a fire to share. You are here to build, to inspire, to leave a mark that echoes through time. The universe is not a distant observer, it is your partner, your canvas, your stage. Close your eyes. See the life you deserve, not the one you've been handed, but the one you were born to live. See the people you will lift, the dreams you will spark, the world you will change. Feel the weight of your purpose, the heat of your courage, the pulse of your legacy. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not when you're ready, but now. The clock is ticking, not to limit you, but to remind you, you have everything you need. Your mind is the forge, your belief the fire, your actions the hammer. What will you create? Step forward. The throne of your greatness is not a dream, it is your reality. Claim it with every breath, every choice, every step. The world is not waiting for you to feel worthy, it is waiting for you to act worthy. You will never be great until you decide you deserve it. So decide. Build. Rise. Become. The universe is not watching to judge, it is watching to celebrate. Go now. Light the world with your fire. Your time is now.